Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to share with you a comparison between two different personal size traveler's notebooks that are made from a very similar leather from two different makers. This one right here is the Creme Brulee in the color Creme Brulee from Chic Sparrow. And then over here I have my FoxyFix traveler's notebook that's a Wanderlust in Butterscotch with stitching. This Chic Sparrow right here is one of her classic traveler's notebooks. And I got it because I've been wanting to try the Creme Brulee leather for quite a while. And then I ended up ordering this one too because I was like, well, I kind of want stitching and I want a colored elastic. So the Creme Brulee Classic has the closure elastic is in the back. It has 4 spine elastics. And then my FoxyFix, I requested that my closure elastic originate from the spine, because that is where I prefer mine to go, and I was able to do that with FoxyFix, whereas with Chic Sparrow, I don't know if you can request that to be moved, but you might have to do a VIP order in order for that to be done. I'm not 100% sure. I should have asked before I filmed this video, so I will ask and I will leave the answer down in the comments below. But, I mean, together, they're very similar in color, which they're showing up pretty true to color on camera, so I don't know what your monitor settings are like, but they may very well show up true to color there. But I mean, they're very similar leathers in the sense that they're the same, almost the same color, and then they're the same thickness. But you'll notice that Jennifer Harvey's edge looks a little bit different than FoxyFix's, and I believe that's just because Jennifer Harvey finishes hers a little bit differently on the edge than FoxyFix does, which is fine. It's potato, one of those things. Like, if you end up liking an edge better than the other, go with that one. But for me, they don't really feel that different to me, and they don't look that different. So for me, I'm just perfectly okay with it. And I mean, you can see the Creme Brulee from Chic Sparrow is very, very pliable, and I got a pretty smooth with just a little bit of texture, which you can't feel it, but you can see it there in the leather. And obviously it has the Chic Sparrow Made in the USA stamp because Jennifer Harvey is based in Washington State and FoxyFix is based in Michigan, I think. But they also have a stamp now that marks all their Foxys. And you can see this piece of leather has some natural markings on it more than the other one does, which I really love. And you can see, like, it's still flexible too, but it's not quite as flexible as my Creme Brulee is. And I haven't used the Creme Brulee at all yet because I ended up getting a personal Mr. Darcy like right after I ordered that. But I think it's because Jennifer has said in a video before that she preconditions her creme brulees so they come in like perfectly floppy and will like pass that drop test no problem. Okay, and now the different sizes. Every artisan cuts their same, like their personal size or standard size, whatever they want to call it, notebook differently. And now Jennifer Harvey, her brand of inserts right here are a 1/4 inch shorter than what is considered the normal size for personal size inserts. So her notebook is cut a tiny bit shorter than the one from FoxyFix. But you're gonna notice that the one from FoxyFix is cut a tiny bit narrower than the Chic Sparrow is, which is interesting. I just love seeing the little differences between the two. And you'll also notice that the Chic Sparrow is strung a little further apart than the FoxyFix is. So I don't really understand how makers decide how far apart to put their strings and holes and everything. I mean, it's down to a science for them. And I like both, but I personally prefer the way this is strung just a tiny bit wider than I do in the FoxyFix. But I mean, this colored elastic is such great quality and it's so pretty. This is the elastic A option for the FoxyFix, and I had actually originally ordered it with that mint elastic. I don't remember the letter name for it, and I requested, like, I messaged them and said, you know, I've had it sitting in my cart forever, and I didn't realize that I had it as something that was out of stock when I actually did finally press order, because silly me didn't check the updated listing, and they were nice enough to let me change it to this. And they also did not have to do this, but they totally did anyway. They sent me a restrap kit that was the original elastic color I had wanted on this. So I'm so grateful to FoxyFix. Kelly and Jordan over there are amazing. FoxyFix has top-notch customer service, and I've personally had great experiences with Chic Sparrow customer service as well, because a while ago I had ordered my husband a custom carved notebook about a year ago now. So I really love both these notebooks, and the leather is so similar. I'm probably only going to end up keeping one, and it's going to be a really hard decision. But also, for size comparison, this is a personal size Filofax, and it is the Fluoro Pink Original. Let's do that in front. Like, you can see it's a little bit shorter than a personal Filofax, as is the FoxyFix. But in terms of width, they're about the same. So this was the inspiration for the personal size traveler's notebook craze, was people really loved the personal size Filofaxes. So they wanted it in their traveler's notebook. And both of these notebooks have the 4 elastics, as I mentioned before. And I have 4 inserts right here. 3 of them are thinner AOR journal inserts, and 1 of them is a 100-page Chic Sparrow insert. And as you can see, like I said before, Chic Sparrow cuts their inserts a 1/4 inch shorter than what is considered normal for personal size, which you really don't miss that 1/4 inch, and I recommend everyone needs to try these Chic Sparrow inserts. This paper is amazing. And, you know, both notebooks, I don't have that in there perfectly centered, but I'm not putting them on the elastics right now. But I mean, both notebooks can hold those 4 inserts without overhang. And I mean, you can see I can easily add in some accessories like a folder from, say, Annika Hanby, a zipper pouch, which you can find from Taroko Shop, or Zinnia Chu has a shop on, I think, Store Envy. And you can find personal size zipper pouches on there. And then in the FoxyFix, which isn't as soft, so it's not going to mold as nicely around these right now because I haven't done anything to try and break it in. But I mean, you can see I have plenty of room in there to add more too. I could probably stuff both of these almost equally and not be hard pressed for room, because I mean, I even still have extra room in my Mr. Darcy, and that's my everyday carry. But yeah, if you're thinking about ordering from either of these artisans and want to try like a thicker, more supple leather, I definitely recommend trying the Wanderlust leather from FoxyFix or the Creme Brulee leather from Chic Sparrow. Anyway, thanks for watching.